Mari are a really fun-loving, excitable, adventurous race. They're kind of like little water spirits. They're really cute. A lot of their civilization kind of revolves around organising parties and seeing what they can celebrate, so they just don't take anything very seriously.
They're a bit eccentric, impulsive, unpredictable as well, so like Kora's a great example of this. They sort of make a lot of the comedy and the humour in the game really come to life.
Kora's a really fun character. She's quite a typical Mari in that she's really excitable, she doesn't take anything very seriously. She's quite brave in that she'll just run headfirst into things without thinking about it.
But that generally works to her advantage because she's so unpredictable. So she's very fast, she's very light on her feet, and she's always out to cause trouble. I mean, we touched on what the Mari are like, and Kora's basically like that, but times 10.
The Mari are quite varied in their look. They come in different colours, they've got different patterns on them.
And the items they use are very varied as well. Like they've got eel swords, and out of combat we've got like little storm guitars where they sort of I don't even know what it is. It's like a shell guitar, and then he's got like a little seahorse upside down as like a saxophone. So when you look at a Mari, you should always see the storm or the ocean in them, but they come in all sorts of flavours.
When designing a character, I like to start with just kind of sketches, like loads of sketches, different ideas, just trying to come up with different aspects of what this character will be. So the first version of Kora we had was very smooth and not that interesting to look at. So we kind of refined that and we started looking at more like what you see with Kora today. However, she originally had these kind of spiky fins, and when we 3D printed that, she looked really aggressive, which is something we wouldn't have noticed if we just looked at her in game. After seeing that 3D model with the spiky fins, we kind of changed those into the flowing fins that she's got now, which I think is much more effective. When we've finished with the character and it's been 3D modelled, it'll get passed over to the animators. And this is a really cool step to see because the animator always adds their own character to it and does things maybe you hadn't thought of. And it's just really amazing to see your character actually being brought to life like that.
Each character has to have their own personality, their own essence. Just looking at the concepts, they drive my animations. Well, there's a few ways you can go about it. For the most part, you would go pose to pose. That is to say, from one pose to another pose to another pose, so on and so forth. So you've got 4 or 5 poses set out already, one after the other. After that's done, you would spread those keyframes out further, so there's time in between those keyframes. The playfulness in her idol came from this motion, kind of always moving, always like water, I guess. Water's always moving, not still. So I wanted to project that onto Kora. And also, I've got children, and occasionally when I see them stand there, they're fidgety, and they never stand still. So it felt kind of like almost a child's sense about it.
Kora's playstyle is quite cool. I really enjoy it at the moment as well. So she's obviously focused around storms, so a lot of cool lightning effects and storm clouds, really over-the-top VFX in places as well. And I'm using the Aqueduct crab, so she's primarily ranged, I say, at the moment, which is nice because you can take things down from a bit further away and get to kill some stuff before it gets to you. So Bubble Blast, for example, is one of her few starting abilities, and that sort of constantly hits them with bubbles popping on the enemy, and that heals you like constantly and also damages them constantly, which is really useful. She's got like a flash heal spell, which sort of summons some healy stuff on you. Forked Lightning is a great ability, so she casts like a lightning bolt, like a primary target, and then it zaps anything near it, which is obviously really good for taking out groups. And then another favourite of mine I use a lot is Wind Tunnel, which is stuff that's next to me. She sort of blows air at them and pushes them all back.
In the future, we might be seeing Mari of different orders, so we've got an idea for some Fire Mari, which would obviously have maybe a different character and different civilization. It'd be really interesting to explore.
I really like that Kora's like small, so she's quite easy to like overlook and people might underestimate her. But I really like that it makes, because she's small, when she moves, she's faster. She's sort of like, she always looks eager and quick. And she's like, her attacks are quite like nippy, and she's always got like a comedic element to that as well. And the Mari in a whole, like they sort of don't take themselves seriously, so it's always fun to be involved with them. But yeah, I'd say it's sort of just how she looks in the world is one of my favourite things about her.